Welcome everybody to the show. To be or not to be. What? What?
So that was a remix. He said, "Welcome,
Oh.
welcome."
I was trying to make sure everybody was on the same pace, but we're there. We're there. Welcome to the show. This is To Be or Not to Be on HiddenHeartRadio.com. I am your moderator, your computer guy. I'm just here. I'm the fly on the wall. I am. I run the boards. I'm Gio, and this is the show here at HiddenHeartRadio.com. Make sure you go to the page. Make sure you like the page. Make sure you hit the little bell so you get reminders every time we go live. Every time we go live here at the station with all of our programs. See, there we go. We are radio you can watch, so you can watch us on cameras as we go throughout the show. And as it's customary, we go our way around the table and we talk about what today's episode means to us. So, as customary, we'll have Yee go first and usually lead us into the show. So,
Yeah.
say hi.
And not let Larry talk.
Feel my way in.
Yeah. Hello, you guys. This is Yi, and thank you for joining us. I don't know. I mean, I feel good. I think I'm happy that I'm back to work and I got back into my regular routine schedule. So I'm back in rhythm. So I think I feel way better. And as relationship-wise, same. I'm good.
You're good?
I'm good.
I ain't trying to deal with shit.
I'll listen to you. Let me know what you got. I got you. Maybe.
Oh,
Yes.
man. How about you, El? What you thinking? How you feeling?
Well, today, this week, I guess the show means, just for the simple fact that it's Tuesday and it's a toxic Tuesday on top of that. I don't know. It's a messy week so far.
Think so?
Yeah, pretty messy.
Messy week. We just started the week on Tuesday.
We just started. I know, right? Coming out
Today is
Memorial
Monday.
Day. Coming out on Memorial Day, we you know, there's a vibe. There's an angst.
There's a funk.
There is.
There's a funk up in the air.
There is, man. You know, with the heat now increasing, I hear more cat calling. I hear more, and it's not even on the guy side. It's more the women.
I ain't complaining. Oh shit, I'm happy.
I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it crazy. It's going crazy, and certain guys are feeling a certain type of way about it. You know.
About the heat?
No, about the cat calling.
Oh.
That's what I said. It's getting messy. It's getting messy out here. I'm seeing a reversal of fortune. You know, guys are used to, talking about ladies in the sundresses or, complimenting on certain outfits that they can't
So
wait
now
to
it's
see.
guys in sundresses.
No. Now it's
Larry.
No,
Larry.
you ain't heard?
No, I haven't.
Ladies are asking dudes to wear the Hoochie Man shorts.
What is that?
See? I got to put her on some new shit.
What up? Shout out to Miches Galan. He's
Hello, you
tuning
guys.
in, joining
Thank
us
you
on
for
Messenger.
joining.
He probably serving Miches and Hoochie shorts.
He probably is. It's a Wrangler. His Wrangler Hoochie shorts.
So, apparently there's these summer shorts that are now being advertised as the chic shorts to wear based on, people outside of America that said that the guys are now wearing shorts that, stop above the knees.
Stop
So-
above the, okay.
So they show
Like bike shorts.
yeah, like
Okay.
bike shorts. Now, old school shorts, whatever, but they're more designer friendly now. They're more for like outfits and things that they're trying to make.
Oh, okay.
So they're promoting for guys to be comfortable wearing this. Now, ladies have been voicing their actual.
They just want to see what you got.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. They are enjoying this. They have been advertising saying we want to see them thigh cleavages out.
Let me just.
They said
cleavages.
they said listen. They have been going so far as to say, if the back of your knees ain't out, you ain't getting no phone.
Oh
number.
my god.
Like straight up. They trying to see the back of these kneecaps. They trying to see it.
Oh my god.
The women have gone ape shit crazy over these
I
goddamn
gotta see
shorts.
them.
They're not like the rompers. This ain't like the romper thing. This is bigger. Bigger than that.
What's it called?
Hoochie Man shorts.
Hoochie Man shorts.
Sounds like a song.
So basically, like, you know how they was talking about Hoochie Mama shorts and everything, you know, like Daisy Dukes and stuff like that.
Get
where
with
your
it.
butt cheeks is out. This ain't that for guys. For guys, your thigh meat is out, and the ladies are staring at your bulge. All right, they're staring at your coin purse. Okay, they're staring at your ditty bag. All right, they're looking at your ditty bag and they're trying to see what's popping in your change purse. Okay, but it's a messy summer, man.
I got a problem. How do you spell hoochie?
Hoochie, see,
With
H,
capital H.
double O.
Wait. I gotta go like that.
Yeah, H,
Sorry.
double O,
SNWP.
CH.
Oh, C-H.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I put S-H.
See,
Why?
you looking for Hoochie?
Why?
Nah,
I don't know.
CHIE.
Okay.
Yep. Hoochie Man shorts. Matter of fact, because this was crazy. It was crazy when I seen it. I was like,
They're
really?
not even that tight.
They're not. They're not.
So they're
But
not ye approved. they're not ye approved
No
wear.
comments.
so
I mean-
see, she done corrupted herself. See, look at that.
Right.
She said, "Well, now wait a minute."
I plead the fifth.
She said, "Wait a minute. Now hold on. Now,
Fair trial.
y'all ain't tell me it was like that. Now hold on. Now maybe let's not rule this out."
Is it because Fashion Nova has them going on?
Fashion
see,
Nova.
that's
See,
the culprit
that's how it
right there.
starts.
Sheen has them too. Amazon. Is this advertising?
Sheen has it.
Send
I
us a
mean,
check. That's you just gotta close it up with that. Send us a
See,
check.
they talk about men getting killed at family barbecue wearing a purse and hoochie daddy shorts. Talk about first 48 Sweet Baby Ray.
There's some nice silky ones at Sheen.
Look
You
at
could get those. You could get those.
this.
Nice silky ones. Those look comfortable. They look
So-
fresh.
So,
You guys are hot.
so is that the style? So
I
you
don't
agreeing
know.
with this? You're agreeing that the hoochie man shorts is where it's at?
I think
Hoochie daddy
whatever
shorts?
makes you feel comfortable, just go for it.
Let it hang out. Just
So if a guy approaches you, he's clean cut, he's
fresh.
well taken care of, fresh, right? And he shows up and he's got on the hoochie daddy shorts.
If he's like at the park, and I mean that's understandable, you know what I mean? Like to me, it seems more like an active or chill thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're like in a restaurant and you come at me like that, it's kind of weird. That's kind of.
what if you like gym teachers you? Like he puts his leg up on the chair, like in a scary movie.
Like,
He's on my eyes, I was like, what?
Captain Morgan
Captain
style.
Morgan style, like, hey,
I'll be
let
like,
me tell you something, brother.
I'll be like, yes. Like, can you like look at me with in my eyes,
Right.
please? This is too much for me.
Oh, man. That's what I say, man. It's messy right now. It's so messy. And I just feel... I
To
don't
be
know.
honest, I don't think those shorts say much. Like, that doesn't really say. Well, I guess to some girls it might, but not to me.
I ain't having my butt cheeks hanging out no fucking shorts.
See,
for damn sure.
you're thinking like...
I just think some people will go to that extreme where,
Yeah, of course, some people will. But, you know...
like
that's
Floyd
not the same,
Mayweather,
though.
like Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather's not the type that wears butt cheeks out. Now, Hoochie Man shorts, yes.
Have you seen them? Yeah, right?
No.
You haven't seen it? No.
I've never heard the song Baby Shark either, so I'm
Baby
pretty
Shark.
good.
Like it's not even like a taboo thing. Like this is
Okay, yeah. So
like you seen it. Like yeah. See,
Shit.
we're talking about shorts like this, like the ones that come in the.
Oh, that's a little high, but
They look
Yeah.
comfortable.
yeah, they look comfy.
You see, he's with it.
They're calling these
I'm with
Hoochie
it.
Man shorts.
You said yeah.
I'll get my Hoochie Man on.
But see,
I gotta get a tan though. My shit.
But see, they're more.
I gotta
interested in
illuminate
shorts
the
like
night.
The gray. See
Uh-huh.
how that sits on the gray.
Yeah.
That's what they consider hoochie.
That's going to the gym shorts though. That's the shit you
But that's
use
what I'm
for,
saying. It's the
for
summertime.
the gym.
It's hot.
True.
So, naturally, in a hot ass summer,
Yeah.
that's what they're expecting. They're not
She
saying put that on-
screenshot it. Just
No, I
like,
did not.
She has
I
not
was just like,
stopped- she
for
has not stopped
future,
giggling
right?
since. She has not stopped
I'm
giggling
learning.
since.
I'm learning. I'm learning.
Now, when you're learning,
I'm
is
taking
it,
information.
really? Because people that haven't heard about it
Yeah.
You see?
start to feel a certain type of way. Like there was a lady who she's a friend of mine. She's from New York. She saw that and she was like, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. And I was like, why? It's like, yeah, y'all doing too much. I was like, why? I was like, I ain't even put the shit on yet. And yet you talking about we doing too much. I was like, I ain't even seen nobody wearing this shit yet. She's like, nah. I already see how guys gonna be doing it. And she sent some examples. As soon as women were talking about how they like this shit, guys were in competition to try and get shorts that were not like where the butt cheeks out, but they were getting them as short as they possibly could, just so that, see, it made you blink, right? Just so that you can focus on the crotchal region.
I had to like clean my ears so I could listen well.
Because this is the thing.
That wish fucking dick print
Oh,
is gonna
see?
be going through the roof too.
That's what I think.
That's where they get the BBL or
That's what I feel like.
implants.
I'm saying. That's what I feel like this is all for. This is specifically for shit like that.
Yeah. You would have to wear a cup.
You have to. You'd have to. If you're not somebody who's obviously packing like that, and you put some shit like that on, and you ain't got no goddamn
No
nothing,
defense.
Nothing.
No
not
defense.
an outline, not a peninsula, not a hill, not a mountain, not a nothing. You ain't got a peak. Yo.
Illuminati, you got Illuminati up in
Yo,
there, nothing.
you gotta move. You gotta move. They're gonna take a picture of you, and you gonna be like the latest meme. Like, where did it go? Like they're gonna clown you. They're going to clown you.
But at the same time, if you're not with the style and you keep wearing the old style or whatever style, and you're not
good enough.
then that might say something too. You know what I mean? Like what you're trying to hide.
But see, that's the thing. Like, it's in shorts like that. It's very hard to hide anything. It's really, you can't wear. There's not much undergarments you can wear with something like that.
You can't play Twister nose. You can't play Twister nose.
If what can I put on it? A jockstrap? That's it. I can't.
Wait, you got the screen there? You got it?
Oh yeah, no, we ain't got no samples for you.
Oh, okay. I'm like, who you arguing with?
No, I was gonna pronounce it, but I don't know what that is. So I was just gonna leave
They
it
said
alone.
Cuole.
Oh.
I don't know what that means.
Cuole, what up?
What's up?
Oh, what's happening? What's happening? I ain't never heard that before, so I was like, oh,
Cuole.
that's something else. I don't know. It sounds dangerous.
AKA.
Right. But nah, like, there's not much you can do with shorts that short as a guy. Like, there's not much you can put on underneath that. There's not much. That's it. That's really it. You put that on, that's it. So, this is it. There's nothing much left to the imagination going out there.
It'd be great if you like gotta take a piss outside, I guess. I don't know, or behind a building or
Oh,
something.
shit. If
As far as functionality for us.
So do you,
No room for
do
wallets.
you agree with it or not?
Do I agree? I think it's my God-given right to wear whatever shorts I feel like.
Yeah.
However,
I don't want to be pressured.
However, right. There's a different, like, there's something about shorts like that, knowing how comfortable they are, but then knowing how it's viewed. It's something about it that just feels a little off to me. Because it's like, yeah.
It's like, I know we all sang to the Yin Yang Twins. Where do you see my out?
Yeah, right.
You know, now it's come to
I
life.
had it on
We
the
spoke
belt.
it into existence.
Right. Now it's like, like,
Well, there it is.
there it is, right there.
Or there it is.
Like,
So
remember?
how do you feel about like women that wear like tight clothes that shows everything? Like, you agree with that too?
Bobby Brown said it best.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes when it looks right, and sometimes when you see somebody with so much confidence and they pull it off right, it's like amazing, cool, great. But then there are some times when it's just Reynolds wrapped inside.
What?
Of something that just
What
does
is
not
what?
work. When it's like coaxed inside of something that doesn't work. Like, for example,
Like something that's snug.
when you have someone that's wearing something that's tight, like those type of shorts, and they don't quite fit in those kind of shorts.
Or they feel uncomfortable. You can see their
you see the
insecurities.
uncomfortable, yeah, you can see the discomfort in it, like they're trying, and it just doesn't pull off right. Or, for example, of saying, like, when you see something that's clearly just does not work, but they're just with it anyway. Where it's like you see those type of shorts, and you're not quite sure which side is the front or which side is the back.
Well, people at Walmart.
From Booty Doo.
People at Walmart.
Oh, that's what I thought about. Why you say that?
Because sometimes the stomach stick out farther than their booty do, and it happens.
What about like the body shaper, like the things that the girls wear, like
No,
that snugs them.
it's not
to
necessarily.
wear
it's just
tight clothes,
yeah.
you know, to
I
wear tight.
I dated someone that wore that.
Girdle.
and- well, no, not a girdle.
Like
you know,
a body
like the
shaper
Spanx.
type, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
slip-on
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And like I never
I
understood
hate those
that.
things.
I never
Yeah.
understood like the comfort level. Is that even comfortable? Like
Sometimes, mostly no, but sometimes it is.
Yeah.
It depends on the material and what's the purpose of it.
I'm gonna be honest, those things are horrible for sex. They really are.
Yeah.
They really
So
are.
ladies don't wear them?
They're terrible for sex.
Yeah, just be yourself.
Look, first date, wear them. Okay? If you don't plan on laying with no guy, wear them by all means. But
First date only.
First date.
But if you are sleeping with this guy, do not, I repeat, do not, because shit just in the way. It's in the fucking
Shit's
way.
in the way.
It's in the way. Like, you ever tried pulling one of those goddamn things off in the heat of the moment?
Many, many times.
And you fucking slapped yourself
Oh,
with how
that's
much
why he's mad.
It's like a
That's
fucking.
how you
No, not
Is
me.
that how you
She
feel?
slapped herself with the goddamn. I can't get it out. Don't look at me. I'm not buying another goddamn one of these
Is that
goddamn.
how you feel?
I look. The shit reminds me of like how they used to talk about, you know, old school people back in the day when they talk about like the ones that wore the corsets and all the wire frame harness, bustier and all that shit. And then you look at that and you're like, damn, you had to remove like 57 sheets of clothing and a metal brace just to tap. Hell no.
tap.
Like, I'm not doing all that shit. I'm not doing all that shit. I'm fucking caught by now. Like, shit. Like, the moment is past. Like,
Right.
I got a fucking wire harness and shit that's gotta remove from you. I gotta get a key lock.
Industrial.
Back then, the opium wore off.
Right. You peel the fucking dress off. Like, you gotta get all that sound and shit. Nah, man, nah.
Might sound like a Toyota Corolla door.
No! I'm out here trying to get laid. I'm over here feeling like I'm sleeping with a tempo. Like, goddamn Ford Tempo and shit.
Just watch out. The transmissions usually go bad on those.
Oh, it's been bad. It's been bad when you got past the second corset.
Training
Training bell all fucking came
Yeah, no, it's weird. It's
It
weird
is.
because I don't know. Just
It's
be
weird.
yourself.
Just be yourself.
Be yourself.
Like I get the you know, because there's a stigma behind that.
Yeah.
And people feel like,
There's nothing wrong with being dolled up. If that's what you're into, then that's what you're into. There's nothing wrong with that.
but see, certain guys are taking it a little far because they're looking at it like, well, you
False
know,
advertisement.
I don't
I
feel
got
like
catfish.
I don't feel like being treated like a piece of meat
No.
and being stared at
Well,
from my
that
crotch.
kind of tells you from a girl's perspective too, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, like, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that guys don't look at women the way women look at guys.
Yeah, no,
like,
yeah.
it happens.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna get offended because ladies take interest in your thigh
I might
meat hanging out or
press
whatever.
charges.
You might press charges. No, I think that's great. I think it's healthy. I think that it's only fair that, you know, guys admire women for, you know, specific garments of clothing that we love.
Summer
How they look
dresses.
in, summer dresses, sundresses, you know what I'm
Sundresses.
saying? Whatever, gauchos, you know, whatever the hell it is that you
A
guys
romper.
like.
A nice romper.
See? Women should be allowed and should be free to have that too.
Yeah.
They should be able to express that.
I think the overall is like we don't like let's get past the pointing back and forth and making somebody feel a certain type of
Yeah.
way. Just be hey, it's what's in. You know, so what? Like, it was in the 80s. It was in the late 70s. Like, guys used to wear thigh-high shorts.
Right.
You know, for sport, for dress, for whatever. And it's back for a while, for a season. Rompers were around for what, a year?
They really were.
They were
just for
like a month. Wish had them on sale. Hey, that could be a thing. Wish had them for sale for a month, and they were a thing for a month.
Yep. It's possible.
So just wait a month.
Wait a month.
Just wait a month.
I don't know. I feel like.
Damn, but there are gonna be so many good deals.
I feel like this
On
one is
small
gonna be-
shorts.
You get 3.
I feel like
Buy the one.
I don't think this is gonna go away. I think it's gonna be one of those seasonal things that they're gonna gravitate towards because you got to look at it. The same way that women have found a way to increase sales of gray sweatpants, they will find a way to increase sales of short shorts for guys. It's just it's the style. It's always been that. As far as back as I can remember, there has always been an emphasis where guys will gravitate towards what women like. When it comes towards music, when it comes towards fashion. When women say, I like guys that wear their hair like this. Next thing you know, a bunch of guys go out to get their hair dressed like
Really?
that. They will. They will. There's no rightful man that sat there and said, I would like for you to cut my hair into a bowl like Justin Bieber. Until they saw girls go crazy for Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Then everybody started getting those
And everybody
cuts.
wanted to do though.
Yep.
This is my stuff.
When he stopped doing it, they cut that shit off.
Yeah.
Because as soon as he cut it off, and then the women were like, oh, we like it with the whole fade thing. Oh, let me go get that shit cut too, get that, some highlights and stuff. Yeah. They were done with that shit.
Yeah.
They were done with that shit. It's just like, I'm telling you, men will always gravitate towards that.
What do you think is gonna be the next trend?
It's up to the
For
For guys?
yeah,
Oh.
like what would you like to see a guy, your ideal summer guy?
Seersucker suit. Is he coming in some
And some boots,
some capri,
some Wranglers,
some pre-khakis?
some
Is he coming?
Nah. No, I don't really go by. You guys know this. I don't go by looks.
no.
You guys
But
know
there's
this.
there's no specific like.
No style.
No.
So what if he shows up? What if he shows up in a trench coat?
5 o'clock shadow.
I showed
white
my daughter,
Batman
like,
suit.
Sometimes like I'll be like scrolling, I'll be like, oh, he's handsome, and then I'll show her like none there, whatever. I'll be like, oh, he's handsome. She's like, you got like no specific like taste of like no, it's just like that. I don't know, like that vibe or personality thing that I go by. I don't know.
So
I'm
there,
weird.
so there's
I'm
not
weird.
there's not a guy physically that would strike you as attractive right out the gate just off of looks alone. What you can think of?
No, because like I think I stuck to a way of thinking where it doesn't matter how you look if your personality is like off, then it's just like a turn off all the way. Like I don't even care who you are, what you think, or what you got.
So you can't be seduced by the eyes.
No.
Wow. So you see that, guy? All you out there, you hazel-eyed bastards
Right.
with your Egyptian looks, you ain't falling for that shit.
Hell no.
So you gotta come with
No.
With your Aladdin shoes.
it. Right. You gotta come with it.
Wear socks, guys.
All your
Wear
fucking
socks like
taco
a.
meat chest hair. You better comb that shit. You ain't falling for that goddamn shit. Your little
The
Egyptian
valley,
suede,
the valley of trouble.
your fucking suede sideburns. Better comb that shit. She don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck how many waves.
I
How many
approve
waves
that
you got in that
message.
bitch.
I am ye and I approve that
God
message.
damn it. She don't fall for that shit.
No, it's weird. Like I don't know. It's crazy.
Like, what do you
sometimes I
think? Like your
about-
homegirls, like, are they more into a specific? Like, do you guys talk about?
Well, I have different like cultural friends, so they all have different.
So you like that
Preference.
variety of like different minds around you and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Like,
what do
I
they go
have-
for though?
Like
what,
I know, like when I hang around with my friends that are Mexican and Hispanic, they're like, oh, we like a Tejano and the guy that wears his cowboy boots.
Wranglers.
Yeah, and that knows how to dance, is that. And then I have my friends that are just more laid back and they smoke all the time. So
So like
We're gonna need those names on the list.
yeah.
so like do they all kick it together or do you kick it like
No, I
separately?
have always like just hang around with whoever.
Oh, okay. So like different environments.
Yeah,
different- okay.
yeah.
Makes sense. That makes sense. You gotta have like different clicks for different things.
Yeah.
And it's cool to have that because not everybody, you can't force everybody to do every single thing that you like, you know.
And I like hanging around with different people. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't matter. Like sometimes I'm just down the street and I'm talking to someone and it's just like, cool, you know. That's it. It's just, yeah. I don't have no specific preference. Damn.
I'm
They're always. You guys
We're
always
like,
stay
we're like,
quiet.
they're like
You
stomped.
guys
Like,
always stay quiet.
no,
Okay.
because I know for a fact.
Okay.
Like visually, yeah, I could be bought. I could be bought visually.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. I can't.
Like, what do you mean?
I can't. I can't describe necessarily what would visually attract me, but I know it when I see it.
yeah.
And if
Yeah.
I see it,
You go
I'm
for
attracted. Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I'm not a person that is not like, I'm not somebody that's like purely about looks, stuff like that. But I like what I like. I like a certain type. I like
Yeah.
a certain image that appeals to me.
And I think I said this before, where to me it speaks more when a guy comes to me and talks to me. That to me is attractive. And I said this before. Like I don't care how you look or what you have. It's just how you come at me. Like if you're gonna be confident or you know what you want, then that's like, oh, okay, like that's
Okay.
attractive.
I got a question. I've seen.
That's me though.
I seen a guy do this once. He was actually interviewing a lady, and it was one of those, you know, you got the iPhone or whatever, and he's, you know, doing a little skit bit or whatever, and he's talking to the girl, and he's asking her a question, and she's looking at him, but she's looking at him, and she's looking at his outfit, she's looking at his shoes, she's looking whatever, staring him up.
Did he have Aladdin shoes?
No.
No socks?
No. But I do believe she was staring at his crotch. I think
Okay.
so, because she kept doing this, kept looking down, kept looking up at him and stuff. He was asking her questions. At one point, while she was looking down, and he was talking to her, he reached out and just slightly adjusted her chin to look him in the eye. And she made this look when he did that correction that made her want to risk it all.
That's attractive.
Is it now?
Yes.
So that's what I wanted to ask
Yes.
by you.
Yeah. For me, that would be something that's like, okay, that's a move, you know.
Now, for guys that
Like,
don't know this, because
Okay, go
especially
ahead.
because some guys don't know, like that women do respond to that. You know, some guys don't know. Some guys be too timid or too afraid to do that. Can you elaborate just exactly what is it about
Wait.
that makes? Because some guys
Let the
don't
viewers know.
Right.
Let the viewers know.
Because no, this is for
Yeah.
this can help.
Strictly
Well,
for
you know-
research.
Damn, that's why you gotta ask me that.
Because this is what we do.
This is what we do.
Okay,
do.
okay.
Break it
I'll
down.
give you-
You
okay,
have to
I'll
be
give
or
you
not to be.
general-
This is gonna
General,
help. This is gonna help guys out.
general, general.
This is going to help
thought.
Miches Galan
Right.
strengthen his
Galan.
marriage.
Right. Kill your day. Whatever.
He's going to go over there and just...
Okay, when you said that, what I thought right away was control
Okay.
in a good way. So whatever falls under that, you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So that's attractive.
Okay.
And then another thing is the respect that he has for himself. Again, that's attractive. Like he knows how to control the situation. He knows what's going on. He's not gonna flip, but he's gonna be like, okay, this is what's going on. This is what I'm gonna do to fix the situation. So the control and being cool about what's going on and fixing the situation to his standards. That's what's attractive.
Now,
Does that make sense?
oh yeah, perfect.
You heard it here first, folks.
That's just my general thought about
I'm not
when
saying
you
it to be
said
exclusive. I'm just
No,
saying.
yeah.
But no, like I thought that was really dope, and I saw that, and I was like, wow, that's something. You
Now,
don't
can I
really
play
miss.
devil's advocate? What if it's a guy and he's doing the same thing?
And the
Uh-huh.
woman.
And the
adjusts
woman,
his eyes.
or says, like, my eyes are up here, like,
No, it's
as
gotta
like-
be the
yeah.
it's gotta be the physical correction.
yeah. as a guy, would you be embarrassed? Or do you take it as a sign of dominance and are attracted to it as well?
It depends. The way I seen dude do it, it was subtle
Yeah.
and it was affirmative, but it wasn't like he tapped her
Right.
fucking short
Open
chin up,
chest.
like, you know, slapped it up and like, hey, right here, bitch. Like, he didn't do that. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. Now, if she was to do something like that in that way, like playful and yet didn't make me feel like shameful for it, I would be down with
Yeah.
that. I'd be down with that.
It's morphin' time.
You know? But if she's fucking slapping up, you bitch ass back. You know, just like now.
You thirsty
man.
bastard.
Right. Now I'm like,
Then I'm calling my mom.
Well, it's because some people,
I'm calling my mom.
because some people get tired of, people just looking,
Ogling. Yeah.
and it gets like exhausting. Like, really?
Yeah.
Because you're getting sexualized again.
Yeah.
It's like it gets tiring of that.
Yeah.
And I think, and I told this to my friend, I'm like I'm just thought about this. To me, it doesn't mean nothing of how you look and what you got, because if you're just thinking of me of a fantasy or sexualizing me, that's not who
What
that's
you're
not
looking
who
for,
I am,
who you are.
and that's
Yeah.
not So it's
I must have been a hell of a whore when I was a teenager because I
you
I
just went through a life.
no,
He went through all the way back. Like,
Poor Larry.
in the beginning.
no, because I swear to God, like I didn't mind being ogled at like that. I thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious to me. Like if I caught
again,
someone looking at my crack, like we had, like my friends were so immature. We had a thing where if you looked at it, if anyone even looked, if a lady looked at her crotch, it was like one of those funny things. Like, are you like we out of like you looking? You staring? Look, like we had songs and shit.
You take
Look,
pride in
tits,
it.
cut,
You take
Yeah,
pride
we
in it.
did.
cut. Like we do shots and shit.
But
Like, it was ridiculous.
again, you're talking about when you were younger. Like the mentality says, like your maturity says a lot
Oh yeah.
about that.
It was like 3 weeks ago.
Give or take.
It was like 3 or 4 weeks
Give or
ago.
take a day or two.
Well, at least to a girl.
Yeah.
Right.
A mature woman, whatever, it's tiring.
Mm-hmm.
The mentality. But to a girl, I don't know. She might like it. A girl that doesn't get enough attention, she might like it.
It's crazy. It's funny. Like we've gotten to that.
But
portion of our
it's
lives where that's a
it's
taboo.
part of stages though, right? Like say like when you're coming out of your youth, your 20s, 30s, like you're in your prime of life. Like you're doing it because it comes natural. That's you, you feel attractive, you want to look attractive, you want to that's how you carry yourself. But then for a lot of people is once you start getting into the older ages, 40s, 50s, or whatever people fall into, like a lot of people go back to that and try to resort to that. We're like, well, I got to use them while I have them. That's
Yeah.
something I hear a lot, from older women, being in the bar scene or whatnot.
They said they
Yeah.
gotta use them while they
Yeah, you got to show them while I got them, like pretty much pertaining to like their bodies still,
They're still young.
they're still young. They feel young. It's like, is that why you look so disgusted?
I just picture a woman named Blanche.
Blanche.
Blanche is out there with her fucking Spanx on, and she's fucking
Smoking cools.
just
I thought about that. I
raw
don't know
blue
if you guys
titties
seen
and
that.
just going all crazy.
You know what I thought about? I don't know if you guys seen
Shit.
that video it was on Facebook where the lady's dancing in Vegas and she's just like she's skinny AF.
Oh yeah.
That's what I thought about.
Oh God, I'm not watching that. I haven't seen it.
And
I'm not
everything's
gonna go.
hanging and she's just
Oh
like
God. It's like an extra from Bad Grandpa. Just all kind of prosthetics just bouncing around and shit.
But there's realistically nothing wrong with that if they're comfortable in their body and the
Yeah.
way they are. Then that represents them.
It is abomination to God. It is an abomination to the Catholic Church, to the 500 Club, to the 600 Club, and to the 700 Club. Oh God.
Oh shit! In the bartenders league.
Ed McMahon would roll over in his grave. He did not die. Publisher Clearinghouse did not run so that these people can twerk. Okay, it just does not work that way.
Oh shit!
Look, I'm all for people who obviously I'm gonna get some slack on this, and I don't give a shit. It's just a preference. It's Tuesday, okay? It's maybe an unpopular opinion, but I get weirded out by like older people who look completely too old to be doing shit. Like the twerking and the just the goop. I've seen people who are like in the 60s, 70s, 80s, don't even look it. They look young as hell, and I'm like, wow, that's shocking. Applaud you. You look amazing. But then I've seen some people who obviously look 60, 70, 80, look way older than 60, 70, 80. But when they bend over to grab their knee, it looks terrible. It looks like everything is in pain and about to just shatter. And they will fuck around and do
Looks
this.
like a Van Gogh.
It's terrible. It's terrible. It's not even a Van Gogh because the inside is like a Jackson Pollock. Everything's just popping.
It's a Van Craig.
Everything's just cracking and shattering all over the place. Blood vessels are bursting all over the inside.
Smells like Bengay and
Fucking liver spots. As soon as they fucking bent over, vessels
What the
started
fuck do
breaking
you
and
be
internal
watching?
bleeding.
For real.
Internet, man. These motherfuckers nasty as hell. They be bent over doing that shit.
Is that on TikTok?
I've seen this shit. I've seen an old dude,
Because
man.
TikTok pushes you out.
I'm telling you, they do.
Shit.
I seen an older cat. He was watching these girls. They was dirty whining and shit. They was doing Jamaican rock and shit. So he's looking at this shit and he was just like, man, I want to get up there. And he was real horny with it. Like, yeah, I want to get up there and get twerked on. And they was looking at him and shit because the girl was dancing. He just went up there and started, trying to rub his little fucking Oreo meat on him and shit, just going all crazy with it, just doing this shit. And the girl looked around like, what the fuck? And then she looked and saw how old he was. It's like, well, shit, he about to die anyway. And she put his ass up on stage, and they all was fucking twerking on him and shit. And every time they did it, they had to put the video in slow motion because it looked like every time they threw it back on him, he was about to die. Like, every single time, he's about to fall apart and die. Like, there was one part they did it. I saw his heart on the outside of his chest. I seen that shit.
It looked like a baby squirrel.
It went down and damn near clapped him up and took him with it. And he was just like, "Ugh." And I swear I thought that was it. I thought that was it. And I was like, at first I was going to be mad because I was like, how they going to let this shit go on? But I get flagged for sharing shit and all we doing is talking for 2 hours. And this motherfucker died off of twerking. But it wasn't even that. He's still alive, but it was just a simple fact that, it just looked all kinds of bad. Now, obviously, it was great because they did, for him, and I was like, that's cool. That was dope for him. Yeah. But
was it?
If that's my Gaga P-pop,
if he was being pervy and just like over horny, like, is it cool? Or is that just thinking too much into it?
I don't want to be. For me personally, I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
I don't want to have the fucking guy that got to go chase my grandpop or my pop or my uncle and shit, my great uncle, because he out there fucking can't keep his fingers out of people's pants and shit. Because he out there just trying to stick everything. Like, I don't want to be that dude having to be the perv police.
Perv patrol.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, out there fucking having to create restraining orders for this motherfucker just so that we can go home.
God damn it! Not another
like I don't
confidentiality agreement.
Like at some point you do not have time for shit like that and having to re-explain to somebody like, look, you cannot do that. You cannot say that. You cannot touch stuff like that just because you got a hand to do stuff like that. And you don't want to do that, especially with somebody else.
So you don't want George W. or George Bush Sr.
No. That little motherfucker, I would have disconnected his battery a long time ago. I'd have pulled the battery out that damn wheelchair and left his ass in the corner. Because he was just getting too grabby.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, President Bush was a very grabby individual.
There were pictures they took while he was like, when they flew him out for the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. He sexually harassed somebody in the middle of that picture. They first and foremost, it was fucked up. That was a fucked up Super Bowl. Because first,
it was in Texas, wasn't it?
Yeah. And this is how much they didn't give a fuck about him or his wife. They made him wheelchair race out to the fucking 50-yard line to get out there, right? Then once they did the wheelchair race, because I swear hers died, he got out there, and as soon as they go to take a picture, he's taking the picture in the chair, all smiles and shit. Meanwhile, there was a younger lady who was a secretary next to him, and he tried to slip a finger up her dress while he's in the wheelchair. And these people were just like, well, he was on his way out, so, he's old, and he doesn't really know what he's doing. Yes, the fuck he does. He knew damn well, I'm dying, I'm just going to start grab assing. Just bumming it. Just start bumming it all over the place.
Now, do you think, as a table question, are you guys ready for the summer?
Table, what you think, Table?
Table, what do
Am
you
I
think?
Table, what you think?
Am I ready for the summer?
Yes, are you summer ready? And for the toxicity and just the overall summer vibe?
Yes, I'm ready.
Like, am I ready to join in it?
Yes.
Or
I
Are
will
you
not
ready
join
to
in it,
play
but
your
I'm ready
part
to
in the
watch it.
festivities and the debauchery that is summer? Because you can be as calm and collected when it's summertime and it's nice and everything opens. Like your ability to say yes to things that you usually wouldn't kind of changes.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to be happy as fuck too. This summer is definitely giving me something to watch out for. And I'm not gonna lie, this summer definitely has me a little cautious.
Concerned.
Yeah, it has me concerned and cautious. Like, I'm really looking at this from an angle of I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful, and not in the sense of practicing safe sex and stuff like that. Of course, that's always the given. But I got to be careful as far as my choices and what I advertise and how I advertise myself and the image and the energy I put out there. Because even though I find nothing wrong with hoochie shorts and all that shit, we laugh and joke, and if I feel comfortable to put something on, I would. But it's a simple fact that if I get into a mix of some of that shit, I got to be aware of the surroundings and people that I'm around. There are some people out there that may feel a certain type of way and look at me and say, well, why are you trying to be such an attention whore and do that, Some women may like it and be a little too aggressive. Some may not like it and be a little too aggressive. Some dudes may feel a certain type of way and want to speak their piece and want to try me on that. And then there's some that may like it and want to try my ass on that.
Find you attractive on that.
So that's the thing. It's there's a lot of responsibility as to what energy you put out, because it's not just a simple thing of, you go out and meet a pretty lady. You're gonna meet whoever finds you attractive on their spectrum, and that's the given there. Like, it's not just a one-way thing anymore. You're gonna have some people who are open to things that you're not, and they're gonna wanna know.
They're gonna make you update your resume.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't into that, but I guess it's a thing. Let's find out if we are or not.
And it's not necessarily a negative thing. It's just people that don't necessarily know you want to know you, and you're gonna have to understand that with what you put on, because certain things certain styles and everything like that. The styles come with a little bit of affiliation with it now. It's not just wearing something just to wear it no more. It's different.
So it's like farmers only.
A bit.
Like, if you dress like a farmer, farmers are gonna be attracted to you.
It could go down. It could be that. There's a certain time and place where you can dabble with that and play around with it and see where you stand, but then there's a certain time and element and where you're of a certain age and you know where you stand on that, and you know where you're gonna be, and certain battles you like, I could see myself getting involved in this, and then there's certain things you're just like, I'm gonna sit this out and see what the fuck happens. Just like we did that romper shit. I sat out. I was like, I'm just gonna see what the fuck happens.
I would never, ever wear a romper.
Oh man, I would never get involved with some shit like that.
Why not?
Rompers?
I just like.
rompers, and it was
I'd
fucked
jump
up.
out a window if I had to wear a romper.
You know what's fucked up? The first time they were advertising rompers, they were advertising them as, guys, you don't need to wear underwear while having a romper on. And we were looking at that like, no. That is pinched all the way into either one sleeve or
I've
the
seen
next.
right. I've seen. There's something about Mary. I know what a zipper can do.
You got the beans above the frame, motherfucker.
Beans and
There's no
frag.
way. Listen, something about Mary prepared us for
saying,
this.
what is that? Fly like a butterfly or sting like a bee?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yes.
Listen, something about Mary is one of the greatest movies ever made because it prepared the world for what it means to be a guy. The dangers of rushing to zip up our pants. You have no idea that almost every guy has gone through that, and it is just as painful as that movie depicts. When you zip up too fast, and if you even make the fucking mistake of getting the beans above the frame, which is rare, which is so fucking rare, but it happens. And when it does,
To the best of us.
And oh my God, you think looking at this terrible? Try being in the area when something like that happens and trying to keep a straight face. And at the same time, trying to be emotional support for the motherfucker that got the beans above the frame. That motherfucker can't even laugh because he's too busy crying. And you can't even cry because you're too busy laughing. And then if their family's involved, they're making it no better because they're cracking jokes already. And the mother is just distraught.
Right.
The mother's distraught.
Not my baby.
Right. She act like she put that shit together herself. And she knows like, oh, they're going to cut it off. I know they're going to cut it off. They're just not going to do it right. They don't like it anyway. We minorities. And this is, I'm telling you, it is the worst feeling possible. It is the worst. It's the worst.
What movie is it?
Something about, you never saw something about Mary? Oh my God.
There's a lot of things I have not seen.
So wait a minute. So you've never, ever seen Something About Mary?
No.
Never.
No, it's the first time I heard about it.
What?
We're going to have to make a whole different show.
Oh my God. Yeah. We're taking you to the movies.
Right.
Why do you think I think different? Because I don't
See?
even watch these stuff.
So, oh my God. So wait a minute. So you've never heard of this film before ever? No one has ever told you about it? Never referenced it?
No.
Holy shit.
He's like, holy shit.
No, because this film is so crazy. Like,
He's like, holy shit.
you're gonna sit there and be like, holy shit, they made this? Like there's a lot, oh my God, there's a lot to unpack there. Shit. Holy shit.
It sounds so traumatizing just by what you were saying. It's just like, oh my God, all that trauma that's going on.
No, because I'm imagining like,
chaos.
no, because when you think about it, like, certain films cracked a lot of different jokes that, you know, especially when you look at it back then, you know, they were funny and normal and stuff, and then you look at today and they're like, it's kind of edgy. I kind of wonder how that holds up in today's terms. Something About Mary is one of those movies that there's definitely going to be questionable, but I will allow
I
it
don't think I've seen it.
because it was just too goddamn good. Too goddamn good of a jokes.
Yes.
Just
And it had the best feature ever.
the best
feature
of all fucking time. The best cameo feature of all time. I am so shocked that you have not seen this ever.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Have you
have
had
the
cheese
projector?
curds before?
Have I had cheese curds?
Yes.
It's like,
Yes, I
yeah.
have.
Okay.
What about cheese balls?
No.
No?
No?
Cubs Food cheese balls?
No.
Holy shit. Do you remember Cubs Food cheese balls?
No.
You never remember those? You never remember like the little planter, little blue tin you see in the grocery stores, like cheese balls in it? Never?
Nah, we were poor.
It was a poor meal too.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah,
You can get this shit on EBT.
we're the next level down.
Like, trust me, this shit was so cheap. This shit was so cheap.
Poor.
Right?
Listen,
we
cheese
couldn't
balls,
afford regular popcorn.
cheese balls was the cheap alternative to Cheetos and everything else.
Oh, okay.
This was like, there was a store they used to call Cub Foods. It was like Sam's
Cubs,
Clubs
yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. They had these cheese balls. It was crazy. I was telling my daughter about this, and I was like, there's some places and certain things that you see that brings nostalgia. And when I went to Pick and Save,
Like Lena's Food Market.
exactly. Well,
Beat your meats.
For some people, yeah.
Beat your
When I hear that
meats.
song, I think of that song, Beat Your Meats. And I was like, people don't realize, like, we had a song that traveled literally for 5 years that was advertising Come to Lena's Food Markets.
Beat your meats.
Beat your meats. Like, it's telling you where to go to beat your meats. Nobody beat Lena Food Market. Why? Because they beat your meats.
In the parking lot,
That
most of the
motherfucker
time.
was packed, and sure enough, they did. There
In the
were
parking
people
lot,
that were waiting
yep,
for you to
right
beat
next
your
to
meats.
the next to the JJ's.
And you didn't want them to. You didn't want them to.
But you let them.
But you let
Out
them.
of charity.
At least till COVID hit. Then it wasn't popular no more. They had to move around. But
We're bad influence. We're sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
But-
We're bad influences.
but
They are.
I swear to you, this I saw this tin. I saw this at Picasso, and I was like, holy shit, is that what I think it is? And I turned the can around, and sure enough, it was that vintage can of cheese balls. Now it was changed, had a whole different logo to it and everything, but it was the same tin, same style and everything. But I didn't want to buy it because, as you know, stuff from your childhood, it tastes different when you're older. Like when you're younger, it's like, oh man, these are the best.
Like Mount Spaghetti.
Exactly. But then you get older, all of a sudden you bite into it. Oh shit, I taste high fructose corn syrup or some shit. Like, you start naming out shit like this tastes like too much riboflavin. I feel like I gotta go to a doctor after this. I better put this down. And you want to give it a try. So I didn't buy it, but I was like, just seeing that can, it brings nostalgia and stuff. You know, that's kind of what that film. So, something about Mary. It's very nostalgic in that regard.
She's gonna be so disappointed when she sees it. She's like, "What
I
the
don't think
fuck
so.
is this shit?"
I don't think so, because it's going to be raunchy. It's a raunchy romantic comedy,
Okay.
and I'm pretty
It's
sure
good.
it inspired this show. I'm
Yeah.
almost certain it did.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain it did.
Yeah.
And in more ways than one.
And it makes us fear rompers
It does.
because of a specific opening scene.
Rompers and whiteheads.
Yes.
Whiteheads especially. Oh my God. I'm definitely just disgusted by whitehead pimples.
Yeah.
Just terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. We went left there.
We did, but hey, it's our show. We talk and we do what the fuck we want. And people stick around and they listen to us.
They
So,
do. Cubole.
bada bing, bada boom. Cubole.
Say, Cubole.
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 That's a card.
So do you think you're ready for summer?
Same summer. No.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah?
I don't really get crazy like that. Unless I drink, then I'll be like, yeah, I don't really drink. I don't really do stuff like that. So I'm more laid back. I watch everyone though.
I would like
So
to
let me
get
know
to
where you
that.
guys at so I can watch you guys.
Right.
I'll get
We're
you
gonna
guys.
all sitting in the back watching everybody else.
I would like to get to a point where I could like at least set time aside to travel and do stuff like that, where I can go and be spontaneous. And just pick random places like outside of my jurisdiction to do that. Some place a little far outside the radius where they're like, "Hey, isn't he from Milwaukee?" Like I don't want to. I want to be a little farther from there, you know, and just do a lot of spontaneous stuff. a lot of crazy
Indiana.
stuff.
You want to go to Indiana?
You know, Indiana. Oh, I don't know. It's a little raunchy there. It's a little rough place. I heard they walk around with flamethrowers just cause. But it could be a
What about
Netflix
Michigan?
rumor.
What about Michigan?
Oh, I've been to Michigan. Michigan's so crazy. If they don't like you, they just snatch the floor right from under you. Like,
I guess I'm not going to Michigan.
Michigan's. Well, what side of Michigan were you invited to go to?
I wasn't invited.
Oh, you weren't
I was
invited
glad to go.
Oh man.
Y'all want to go to Michigan?
Let me tell you something.
Nobody invites me.
Let me tell you something. The best spots to go in Michigan, I would say more countryside.
Well, I was thinking
citywide,
about like taking that boat
Oh, there you go.
Well, no, not the white Idlewild. That's the.
that takes you straight to Michigan.
Yeah.
I don't
forget
know
what
what's
it's
on the other
called.
side though.
I know that ferry. That one's pretty cool.
It's a little small town,
Yeah.
kind of like middle Michigan.
How long does it take for the ferry to get there?
About an hour and a half, I think.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
It's like a trip to Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
I think you can throw your car on there. I think right. It's a ferry, so you can throw your
Really?
car on there
Yeah.
and then.
Take a drive.
You know,
Mm.
And
It's
if
not
you
bad. It's not a bad way to take a trip and just do something fun.
yeah, and if you miss your ride, you can drive highway back over, like a 5 hour.
Oh hell no!
If you miss, if you
I'll
find
just go
something,
get a hotel and wait till the next day. I'm good.
that too.
Either way.
I'm not driving.
I used to take those trips and drive with my family to Michigan, and I don't know, Michigan was fun. Like I loved it, but at the same time, it was a scary place. Like,
Yeah, that's what I think about. Like,
I love northern Michigan.
see, I would like to see
Michigan
Northern
is beautiful. A lot of forests, a lot of water.
that's
waves.
what I want. Like, I want to take my kids over there.
Yeah,
You see bears in the woods and shit like that.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Scary though, for me,
Mm.
because it's just me or my kids and me. That's it.
Your
I
mama
think
bear
about
though,
myself.
just
Yeah,
beat the shit out of somebody.
You just gotta come strapped.
That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, bring out the yapper.
Yeah, the extendo. Have the kids hand you extendos.
Look at you with a fucking tall ass magazine, handgun clip and shit.
Now
Spray
let's
down.
go. Come on.
Just mowing down woodland creatures and shit. That's how you gotta be. At least that's how we're fucking advertising ourselves to be now.
Mm.
You know, holding automatic weapons and fucking firing on woodland creatures until Peter catches us. You know.
What about you?
Me, I'm starting to feel the summer energy. Like I get different.
I
Like
see
I,
the
the
fan.
sun gives me a different life. I don't know. I do well in warm weather.
Is that vitamin D?
Like the fucking like wintertime is like
It is.
the energy. Yeah, I kind of threw out the whole conversation. I was like, I did go outside in the sun, and I did take my vitamin D this morning with my multivitamin. But I know the innuendo that you're referring to.
What? I'm talking about,
So,
I'm talking about the sun.
yeah, the sun. the sun. Yeah. What was it? Our old line? When she wears the sun on her. What the fuck was it? Yeah, it's the sun. It's the sun, definitely the sun. But yeah, no, I'm ready for the summer. I really am. I just ready to get out of here. Really, I'm with you on the traveling and just venturing, doing stuff. Because it's like this time for the Midwest is like kind of everything else is kind of even. You go to the West, it's hot. You go to the East, it's probably not as hot as you venture that way, but eventually they get the end of the summer. So it's a lot better than when you're cold and shitty and then you go to somewhere nice and you have to come back to cold and shitty. It's a different vibe. So, but in all fronts, like people open up, people are more crazy, people are more energetic. Like I said, are more open to experiences and just interactions differently. So you have more fun, you have more opportunity to enjoy yourself. And whatever you qualify or categorize enjoyment, whether it's going to a park and just reading a book and going on a bike ride, things like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be Freaknik or fucking the summer concert series or anything like that. If you're more mellow down to your own environment, like even that opens up.
Right.
Because being at home, drinking tea, looking out the window, it's only fun for so long,
Wintertime.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's my approach on the summer vibe. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to venture out.
I'll be in Puerto Rico in the end of June. I think I told you. So, but yeah, I'll be back on my hair.
You don't get the extensions?
I should. It's too much to maintain though.
Is it? I wouldn't know.
That's why I don't do that extra stuff. It's just like I just be me. Like I'm good. It's too much. I'm good.
Too much high maintenance and all that shit. I like to keep it simple. That's why That's why with this summer, like I think it's like beginning of July, having that Dallas trip. It's gonna be fun because it's with the family, but I think for me especially, like I want to plan something that specifically revolves around getting up, going somewhere, just with a visual, somewhere ambient landscape wise, it's just different. You know,
Yeah.
someplace I can get up and even pull out my phone camera and just shoot just on the go, but just be able to have that freedom of just going and going, and not having necessarily an itinerary to go by or
Right.
family obligations or work obligations to go through, but just free to just
Not worry about it, just go for it.
observe in the scenery and just be in the moment. Make something out of it, turn it into something. Which is crazy because like since doing this, the reels and shit like that, like you get open to this whole community of people that do this stuff, and you get introduced to like all these different things that they go through to do it. So I'm learning about that now as I go. Sons of bitches get deals on everything. Sons of bitches. I'm gonna take advantage of some of this stuff.
Well, let me
though.
know because I would like to do that too.
Right.
Because I be doing something too.
Shit, couponing. We're
telling
gonna
you.
start a coupon club.
I'm for real. Like I'm the ones I was looking at, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna start making that possible. Just even if it's got to be a Greyhound trip, it'll be well worth it just for the simple fact of saying,
Well, I told my daughter, I'm like, we could do like for her birthday, I'm like, we could do like an Airbnb like up north and stuff like that.
That's cool.
She's like, oh yeah, that'll be nice.
yeah,
I'm like, just us disconnect from everyone and just go.
yeah.
She's like, oh yeah, that'll be nice for like a weekend,
Yeah.
something so simple, it's not too expensive, and
You know where I've never been that I want to go to? House on a Rock.
Really?
Yeah.
Never been to House on the Rock.
Not like I said, we're like below
Poor.
poverty level. like we people threw rocks at our house, but outside of that,
it was the rock on top of
the
it.
rock,
I- Listen, I never had a desire to go to House on the Rock. No one in my family
Where-
ever had
what
a
is that?
desire to.
it's a house on a rock.
It's a House
I
on the Rock.
guess.
It's literally that. It's a nice house where
I've
there's,
seen the
like,
brochure
different-
at the Dells.
It's like different. Art and like almost like you know how you see like the antique roadshow of like all the different.
Yeah.
It's like that, but it's almost really really nice lamps and things, furniture type of stuff, and it's really chic inside of this place where you can go in and just examine stuff. It's like
And it's
rooms
literally
and
like
stuff.
it's like a big ass house or
Yeah.
a big ass like lodge on the side of a mountain,
Yeah.
on the side of a cliff.
A lot
So-
of dope visuals that you can go in
Yeah.
and like take pictures and stuff and do dope shit, but yeah, it just never was a desire for me. The only reason I got to go was because they took us on a field trip. I went on a field trip. They took the kids and stuff. It was like a completion of elementary school. It was like, hey, we're going to House on the Rock. And we were like, oh, well, okay. And it was like, well, we're going to McDonald's afterwards. All right, well, cool, let's go. Let's get the fuck going.
Sign the form. I
You know
want a
what I'm
fucking
saying?
McChicken.
Right, that was pretty much it. So, but that other than that, like it wasn't really like a desire. I remember going, but I don't really remember really like standing out like, damn, I need to go back there. That was cool, It was
Yeah.
just one of those things like, oh, I've been there. I don't really remember much, but I went there. It looked like something. But no, that's how you should check it out.
Maybe.
It might be dope. It might be doper than what I remember, and I was just too young to really
Like
appreciate
interest.
the antique. Yeah,
I'm not into antiques though. I think for me it's more the visual.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. We'll see.
The aesthetics may be different. Like a room full of old ass lamps would interest me today. Back then, it was just like, well, why the fuck do you want me in here if I
could
can't
just
touch
see
you?
Larry
Right.
buying a whole bunch of like antique lamps. Like, oh, this is nice.
It depends.
I think Larry would be.
Depends.
You remember like going to the Chinese restaurant? And they always had like the little toothpick, like villages and shit, like in like a glass encasing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like I think you would be into that shit. Like
She
just
looks dope to me, man.
it
It
is.
is pretty cool.
Pretty
Yeah.
fucking dope.
I think like having
They
some
have
of
the little
those.
swans and stuff like that.
Yeah, like
If I could
those.
get one that would just go along the wall
Yeah.
and just like in a glass and like encased in that glass, I'd do it. In a
That'd
heartbeat.
be
That
dope.
shit would be amazing.
We should commission somebody to do one.
The whole village.
The whole downtown landscape,
Oh man,
the whole skyline.
I have to change stuff. Like I need the. My request would be too fucking major. Give me some ninjas on the roof, running along. They're like, all right, that's it. I quit. I fucking
shit.
quit. I'm building toothpicks, you asshole. Like, I think like it's funny to me. Like guys are becoming a little more observant in how we decor like home. Like, does that is that even? Like, I know some women, you know, are into that and they like control over that. You know, some women are into that, but I'm also starting to see more women are, you know.
My fucking
not
bathroom
into it.
always used to be pink, and some sort of fucking like, some sort of like flower print.
Well, he is a Dipset fan.
Yeah,
He
I am.
does listen to camera.
Dipset.
So,
It wasn't by my choice though. I'm just saying, like when I was married, like when it came to decor, like I really didn't have
let's say.
much say. It was like, yeah.
Did you always want some say in that?
I have my own style.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure. I have my own style. I'm okay with cleanliness, so I don't really necessarily have to look like anything. But as long as it's clean, I'm cool with it. But yeah, I got my own style.
What about you, Yi? If you're dating a guy and he has like some visions as far as how he thinks your home should look, like the home that you share together. How do you feel about that? A guy who's like into interior design like that he's sensible. And if just let's just say for hypothetical purposes, he's not a
I
bad
don't. He's
chooser.
not bad.
Not bad at his choices.
I don't care, to be honest.
Mm.
Like, you could decorate whatever, as long as it's not too many things.
So you do care.
Well,
So what if
I
he
guess
said?
a
What
little
if he wants to do like a whole Titletown theme? Like he wants your living room to look like you can do the Lambo leap on the couch. And he's got like
doesn't
fat
bother me,
head
it's just
stickers
it'll
on the
be
walls. Like you got a Clay Matthews.
You look like the most butchest thing. Like, there's not a single guy that's in a relationship that's gonna say, "Look,
Have you been to Cudahy?
I know you love me.
Have you been to
I know
Cudahy?
you love us, but I'm gonna turn this living room set into a Denver Broncos shrine."
It's gonna be red and
John-
orange.
I just be like, you could just build a room downstairs and knock yourself out.
Like, what if there's a guy that's literally come up to you? He's like, "Look, I got this alpaca rug, and I got this furniture with the Chantilly lace."
Whatever that means.
Rhinestones.
He's got a fernet couch set made out of cockatoo fingertips that he fucking picked out because he's enjoyed this Yi. He's lived for this moment. And he's designing up and he's picking these elegant like type of thing. Like there's just the simple fact of naming different shit like that. And you're just like, what the fuck?
Like what if
I
you
mean,
go?
like, let
Would
me
that
see.
throw you off? Would that throw you
Yeah.
off? Because
Like say
he's
you
so
go to a
knowledgeable
guy's
and
house,
stuff like
right?
Uh-huh.
And he has doilies on his center table and doilies on the TV entertainment set.
Yeah.
Like that type of like
What's
what it
doilies?
doilies are like
Like the little, like it's almost like a
like a
coaster,
carpet, like a coaster or
but it's like made out of like
mantle.
plastic and lace and
It's
almost
usually
like a placemat almost. but
Yeah.
Was it
takes-
manteles?
yeah
covers the whole table.
that's sewn usually with a
Uh-huh.
design. You know, us
That's
Mexicans
weird.
get like the fucking
Ain't it
Virgin
though?
Mary.
For a guy especially.
Oh,
What would you think though? Would that be?
If you
I think
can't
that's.
really put-
I think it's cool as long as, I mean, I don't have that in my house. So.
But this is your.
Would that
You're-
throw you off though? If
Would
you
that-
if you
yeah.
went to
It
a
would throw
guy's
me
house
off.
and you're like he's got his house all designed, you're like, wow, this is really nice. Who designed it?
Yeah,
and
I'll
you're
be like,
him.
this is cute. Where you get this from?
Your
And
nana
that's
must
what
have
I'll
gave
say.
you this.
I'll be like, where you get this from? You made it or did somebody give it to you?
Would it be worse if he handmade it?
No, it doesn't. That doesn't mean nothing.
Or would it be worse like if he's got like just this really, really chic looking house that was designed by him from head to toe? and he's just like so like knowledgeable of it. Like he's just sitting there just naming stuff like, yes, I got this curtain from Berlin.
It doesn't mean nothing to me because I'm gonna forget. I'll be like, for real.
Egyptian cotton. It was Egyptian
It doesn't
cotton.
mean nothing.
It was made.
And literally, I will forget. I'll be like, oh, for real. Like I'll be interested. I'll be like, oh, that's kind of cool. You know, that's dope that you know that stuff.
I
But
made this sofa
it doesn't mean nothing to me.
from a panda bear menstruating. I
I
caught it mid-season.
How was that? I'll be like, how was that happen?
That wouldn't
Yeah.
throw you out like a
It
guy
would
just.
throw me off. Yeah,
But
it's
what
weird.
if he was really into it though, and you told him like, I don't give a shit about your doily set.
I just feel like that's, you know, you see, I talk a certain way. I'd be like, you know what? Like, I respect you. That's you.
Uh-huh.
You know, you live your life to be this, and that's cool. That's you. But I have my way too, you know.
Yeah, not you take your ass to the basement with your doilies.
And like, I'm very simplistic. Like, I just like, I have my couches.
So what if you guys are going, you're couple, you're like you said, you guys are going into your together home, and like out the blue he comes out with these extravagant details that he wants in his communal home with you.
First, I want to see it. First, I want to see pictures.
I want this wall painted in the same color as a pterodactyl eggshell.
That's not bad.
Just the
Like
fact
an
that he
offspring?
knows that color.
I feel like I'm very masculine in my likes. So like, yeah, I don't. That kind of sounds cool though. What you said, pterodactyl
Pterodactyl
eggshell.
eggshell?
That's like
Yeah,
a
that sounds cool.
like a tint of green, like a mint,
It's got to be like
a cream
a
mint,
pukish green.
pukish green,
Pinkish
yeah,
green?
like
Kind
a
of pukish green, I'm thinking.
talking
that
like a
does
mint.
not sound cool.
It's like a grayish version of this green thing here. This green button there. But more grayish. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
patterns thrown in there with that color, but not the whole wall or the whole room.
So you're willing to
It
negotiate.
looks depressing. It all seems depressing.
So you're willing to negotiate.
Compromise.
See, I would feel like that would
Half
throw me-
NFC, half AFC living room.
Like I feel like that would be one of those things. Like it depends on the person. If there was a guy that was really adamant about actual interior design,
Yeah.
and you know, because there's guys out there that does that and they do it very well.
I love it. If I had the budget for it, I'll design my own shit.
Yeah, like if
Like, I have
if I could have
very
the choice, yeah.
modern, clean, natural look.
Mine is very, again, masculine. It's simple and masculine. Like I like my leather. couches.
Stainless steel, everything.
Yeah,
Just-
I like glass,
I like Art
clear
Deco.
stuff,
Okay.
gray walls or black walls. Like that's just me. Hardwood floor. That's me.
Yeah, I like Art Deco. I like that more modern, big room type of feel, but really plain, really earth tone
Open
colors
space.
and open space.
My
and,
open space. Yeah.
and just that, like you said, wood floors, metal, you know, railings, metal, you know, as far as when it comes to like metal and wood, when it comes to shelving and stuff like that. Really just the Art Deco vibe. Kind of like, you know, how the fucking film, Great Gatsby. That whole house, the way
You were in
Leo's
love.
house was set, perfect. That to me that's as extravagant as I would ever get. Because just that alone, the way it looked, I was like, that's it. If I got that much money, that's as plain as it'll be. Or that's extravagant as it'll be. Not the parties, just the way it looks. But you will not see me out there with fucking 100 bead rose counts and stuff. Like when you see, like they would talk about like
when Flanders
you know,
wigged
like,
out about the drapes.
yeah, like they talk about like certain people and you know they have like certain extravagant tastes, and they will get like you know shit like I heard about you know late singer Luther Vandross. They talked about how he was the interior designer for his entire home, and they were like you know the dude handpicked everything. He handpicked all of his shit. Now, some people. Like when they went over there, you know, especially like the female singers, they was looking at it like, God damn, this shit better than my house. Like, and they would feel some type of way. And he would feel some type of way if, you know, he had some and they didn't respond the way he would want them to. He got kind of catty about it, you know. And, you know, they would look at like how he would go and he had like a whole, like chill room. like a whole chill room, basically for people to sit in. That was suede pink with
Nice.
these hand-picked floral design type chairs that were really, really elegant. Something you would see in like a very, very chic
Home style
Like a
magazine.
home style
Victorian.
magazine, Victorian type of style. But it was almost like you could sit there and like that's where you would go to model off clothes, and they would sit there and be like, "Yeah, that's good," or "Nah, take that off. Go put on something else." Like it was just decked out, and they were like, "That's was his chill spot for a lot of his family, friends, guests, and stuff like that." And he would get a lot of flack for it, But I was just sitting there, I was like, "Damn, that's it's kind of crazy, that he." Handpicked all that shit, number one, but just on top of that, like the type of ire it would get, and you would think it would be for mostly guys. Guys were sitting there like, "Damn, that's how much money you making, motherfucker?"
Right.
Like shit. But women was sitting there like, "Motherfucker, what you mean you picked this shit? Like how you can design a home better than my ass can, and I'm doing this, like And I was figuring like that. Like,
Do you feel a certain way if like you're with someone that would just want to take over that whole decoration thing?
I wouldn't mind if they knew what they were doing, and I, obviously I'm like, hey, go for it. You have a passion for it. Like me, I feel like I don't see myself as somebody that could design for someone else. Unless it's somebody that I really, really, really know.
Yeah.
And like
And
if I'm good with that.
I wouldn't be okay with just like an over simple house. Like if our shit looks like a fucking hotel room,
Yeah.
like you're that simple, or you have just like I don't know, like simple ass shit that just doesn't vibe, then I would have a problem with it. Like it has to have a vibe. It's your home. It's your home, whether you're single or you're sharing it with somebody. You have to feel comfortable with the amenities in your house. So for me, it's always been like my TV has to be nice. My sound system has to be nice. Not because I want to stunt but because that's what I watch. That's what I listen to. That's like kitchenware, like things like that. Like I've always been somebody that's gotta have, even if they're basic, they belong there. Doesn't just look like like if you go into my kitchen, it's just nothing but old McDonald's cups. Like that would bother the shit out of me. Like I have my McDonald's cup. Don't get me wrong. I have my McDonald's. For when you gotta have those big gulps. But for the most part, there's a setup, a rhyme and a reason. And I don't know. Like, my mom wasn't really ever like that. My dad was. Was my dad like that? My dad was more like that when it came to like his tools and the way he used to dress when we were growing up. Like he was very modern in that way, But I don't know where the fuck I got it. I think it's a little bit of the what is it, American Psycho complex, like where is you want what you've never had, Like those things weren't really things that we had growing up. It was like you have what we can. So now as an adult, like, not that I need it, or that I really like. Oh well, a new disc set came out, I have to switch it out, or it's Christmas, so I have to have the Christmas. Like no, it's just something nice, used for whatever day
Something
or
that
occasion.
makes you smile, happy.
Yeah, like for me, like I would buy dishwashers and not dishwashers. I fucking hate dishwashers. But like washers, dryers, things like that. Like if you can get a cool one with a touchscreen, I'd probably go for that. That's an expense that I would splurge and be okay with. Some people are like, oh, fuck that. I'd go to the fucking laundromat.
Right.
That's interesting.
Again, I'm very simplistic.
So you'll be cool with the McDonald's cups?
If it works. As long as it works.
Oh, shit.
But I think eventually I will start buying my taste,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a McDonald's
Like,
cup guy.
I don't know, like I'm very simplistic. Like my bedroom is just literally my bed and my computer, and that's it.
No dresser?
No, I have no dresser. Like
No.
my clothes is like
Closet?
in the closet.
Is it organized though?
Yeah.
Okay, see, so that's still part of the aesthetic. It's not like the traditional, dresser with the mirror and then
like it's
the
like
chair
I don't
to
even
do your
have the bed
makeup
frame.
and
I
all
don't
that.
have no frame. I have nothing.
Vanity.
It's just
Yeah,
my
the
bed,
vanity.
my computer, and that's it. It's just as simple as possible. It's just I know that my room is my space, my vibe, so I just go to sleep and that's it, to rest. So
No TV, no
TV. I said I don't got no TVs in my house.
at all.
I have one, but it doesn't. It's in the closet somewhere.
See, I vibe with people who say that too. Like, if they do have a TV, they usually don't use it. Or if they do, they keep it in the living room or the chill room. And I've started to adopt in that thinking too as well. Because especially, growing up, like I've always kept a TV, and I grew up where it was TVs in every room. And if you had a TV in your room, it was usually you shared among your family members or whatever. But especially like now as you get older, you don't really need the TV necessarily in your room. You tend to, you tend to like when I lay down, like if I turn my TV on, I'm not even paying attention to it because I got my phone in my hand and I'm doing stuff on the phone.
You being used to it.
Yeah. So it's like I like the option of, having that TV just be in the living room, and then if I want to turn it on, I can turn it on. If I don't, I don't. And most of the time I don't unless I really, really need to. And I think that's just a part of society now. Like we've gotten to that point where we're regressing from that tube of programming because we got a TV screen we're watching all the time in the palm of our hand.
Yeah, I tried to disconnect from that as much as possible because.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard. That's gonna
Disconnect?
be tough.
Nah.
Disconnected from your phone?
Oh, from the phone?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
from
just
just
brutal.
Technology.
Technology.
Like
brutal.
I have my speakers at my living room. I have my camera and all that in the living room, and that's it. But
Jeez. See?
so boring. It sounds boring. Larry's like, "Damn, that's so boring."
It is. It is. It is. No, but there's a lot of different things you could do.
But that's more for me. It's
But
more
you
like
occupy your time with other things,
that's my psychological break from everything.
Right. Like I know what kind of options I would have because like, there's a lot of other things you could do. It leaves for way more room to do other activities, which sounds almost cliche.
Going to the beach.
Yeah. Without a TV in your room, there's no need for an entertainment stand. And with no entertainment stand, that's an area where you can work out or an area where you can do other things. Area you can put bookshelves and stuff like that. Areas where you can work on your hobbies, things, your business. Stuff like that can be done. That's the way I looked at it. So, teach his own.
To each its own.
Right.
So, very constructive conversation, out of the norm. We really didn't talk. We did dabble in relationships and things like that, but these are important things. These are the conversations.
Larry's thinking about his life.
Well, because I got a topic for next week.
What's
Because I just saw this post. I'm for real. I just saw this post from a football guy named Ricky Williams.
Okay.
A lot of you remember.
Yeah.
Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams got married recently, and he took his wife's last name, and what he said would create balance within their relationship. So I think we should dabble into that.
Okay.
We got a whole week to look into that story, figure out, what exactly he meant by what happened, but that's something to definitely talk about.
Ricky James, right?
Ricky Williams.
Ricky Williams.
Ricky
Already
Ricky James. Ricky James.
Take no bitch last name.
No, fuck her couch.
I don't even know who that is.
Fuck your last name, bitch. I Ricky James, bitch.
You see, I already forgot.
Shit.
Oh, Ricky James.
Ricky Williams, right?
Oh, my
Ricky
God.
Williams.
This is great.
Got you.
We're going to talk about Rick James, too.
Okay.
Yes. And the unity. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for To Be or Not To Be, the show where we talk about relationships and this and that, and what makes you tick and what makes you unique to yourself. Yes, what makes you crack. Yeah, so make sure you do not go and buy those Hoochie Man shorts. You might be able to get romper deals, but not Hoochie Man shorts. Oh, and on that note, I think we're safe to say we're out of here, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for Cubole. Stay tuned for our night mixes going into rotation, and come back tomorrow morning and join us with the Wake Your Ass Up show at 7 a.m. So this has been To Be or Not to Be, and we are out. Laters.